This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff and whatever else we feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Srucia.
I'm your host who wants to know what Toei has got against Sanji, Dave Bates.
This episode is our weekly manga recap, so sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
Weekly manga recap.
Yeah, buddy!
2 manga came out, Marshal King, Kagurabachi, but we are going to be talking about One Piece, even though manga did not come out.
Yeah, it's because One Piece is just, it's One Piece.
It's
Needs a little spice.
I'll say it on the podcast so it gets clipped, hopefully one day. One Piece is the Lord of the Rings of anime.
Nah, I'd agree with that, yeah, for sure, yeah.
But anyways, let's hop right into it because we came off just recording a very long podcast.
Yeah.
The Marshal King, Chapter 9.
Woo!
I really like this one.
I really like this one, too. I love every concept they got going on. The principal is fantastic. Kind of gross, though.
Kinda.
Super gross. Super duper.
Super gross.
Super duper gross.
Super gross.
It's like a Lita Battle Angel level, like, grossness.
First, when she had the normal head on, I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, whatever.
And then the head thing changed, and I was like, yeah.
That's weird. This is weird.
This is really weird.
This is weird. And she looked way cooler with the glasses on.
Yeah. The head change was not needed.
Head change was kind of...
Because she looked like kind of badass when she had it's like, I'm pretty much only from the neck up.
It's like, yeah, it looked good, yeah.
She said from the neck up, and then the next panel is her neck is a robot.
Yeah, so not
or
even
cyborg.
They're cyborgs.
Cyborgs,
yeah. Which lends credence to me thinking that his arms are actually gone, and they're not. It's not just
that is 100% true.
Yeah,
they are just full on gone.
They're just full on gone.
Yeah, now that's a great point.
There's no arm there. Yeah. That was their whole body world thing is gross as shit. But I'm very interested to see what this whole fight is going to be about and what it's going to be like. Don't know if I agree or disagree with the reasoning. Mainly, I think I'm just like, this is me just like being from the standpoint of the main character. I'm like, how dare you tell me how dare you guys try to like get me to do stuff I don't want to do? Let me explain. His little buddy's girl there, her whole thought process of like, oh, well, when he can't win this trial, he's gonna think he can't get out to the desert. Then he'll stick around and all that stuff. And it's like, who are you to box up my boy Jim? And then he has a continent killer, so like it kind of makes sense.
Well, I was gonna say is like, I totally understand where you're coming from because I was like, you're just like, you come from his point of view. You're like, he's super cool. Like,
he's super cool.
And they did admit he's stronger than pretty much all of them. But like, it's like, okay, well, I see what you're doing. So they are probably going to be keeping him at the school longer.
Probably.
Yeah.
Unless he wins. Unless he proves them wrong.
That'd be cool.
We did, by laws of manga and anime, we did get the, let's say, villains, the students, the school's plan. It was told to us.
That's true. Which
so by the laws of anime and manga, they got to lose.
That's actually true.
Yeah. Or at least have lose the first step or something like that.
Yeah, because it's 3 steps. He's going to win the first step.
Yeah. I can definitely see that.
He's making it to the third one and probably lose the third one.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know if we'll see the school, though. I still think he might set out. My only my only concern with him that makes me think he's going to stay at the school is they've introduced so many characters at the school.
That's my thing is like, I'm like, he kind of has to, just because I need like a few of those characters developed more.
Or he just abandons all of them.
Or they just go with him.
That could be it too, yeah. In a posse.
Maybe. They're like, okay, you are strong enough, but it's still dangerous there. So then they're like, we're going to assign you a posse.
Yeah, it's dangerous out there. Take these disposable posse.
It's dangerous out there. Take this. Don't go alone.
Don't go alone. Yeah, I can see that. That'd be interesting, yeah. Because what's her name?
Maria. Oh, Agira.
Agira is like really, really into Jumu and wants to see what he's gonna do.
Her little snicker at the end.
Yeah, that was funny. Like, I love how her glasses also get a face on them too. When she got her like maniacal face on.
And she's gonna be in like she's his little buddy.
Oh, 100%. She's psychic.
She's psychic.
She's psychic material.
Maria came back in this one. Fedora dude came back in this one.
That's true. Yeah.
So it's like, I did like Maria even helped him out. She's like, well, it's like if you ran out of bullets, which you don't have any bullets in the Excalibur, which I don't know how that works.
Neither do I.
I thought it didn't have bullets.
Does it take regular bullets? I don't actually. No, that wouldn't make any sense because they say Excalibur's out of bullets. How do you get more Excalibur bullets? I don't know.
I will say this. I will retcon something. I will admit I was wrong on this. and you were right on this, is I was making fun of the sword hilt on the gun, but now that the multiple guns have that, I do think it looks cooler.
Yeah.
I think if one gun had it, it would look bad because it would stick out too much for me in the world for just one gun. Like if all the special guns, like special guns in the world had it, like they kind of separates them, make them a little more special. I like it. But she did look cool when she had hers.
Yeah.
The principal. I know you're gonna say it looks cool no matter what. But
it's a continent killer. It deserves to look cool.
It's
the strongest gun in the world.
But it did look cooler when it does look cooler on like, I don't like the sheathing aspect of it too much, but it does look cool when it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
And I do like, and who doesn't love when a guy's got his hand on the hilt, just like standing there, like sword now or gun.
Sword, yeah.
Who doesn't?
It's very sick. It's a great anime trope. I love it. Yeah. So I'm interested to see what this little trial thing, because he gets a badge regardless. So they're really banking on him not just being a moron and being like, well, I lost, but I got a badge. Bye.
They are banking on that.
They're banking hardcore on that, and I don't know if that's enough.
I don't know.
Like, I just don't know his character well enough. Like, from what I've seen, like, I don't know if like that'll do it. I feel like he'll just be like, well, I got a badge. Bye. Because he's like, I killed my dad. I got my arm. Well, not even his dad, but I got the arms.
Yeah, not his dad. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I got the arms. I got the gun. Like, what else do I need to do here?
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be very interesting. Yes.
Very, very interesting.
Yes.
Hold on a second.
Oh, what's the problem? Oh no.
Nothing is the problem. We're good.
We're good. We're
it
good.
Sounds like I'm echoing. I feel like, but
oh,
I think it's just me not used to wearing the headset all the time. I don't know. We're gonna pause for a second.
Pause for a second.
We're back.
Time
point.
I'll cut it.
I'm excited for to see what this will end up being.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really cool arc. I really wish it's manga, so it's not. I wish these panels were longer. This is one of those ones. This is another one of those ones where it's like, no, don't cut off. I want to see what he does.
I feel like this one goes really fast.
It goes really fast
because they do like really cool animation.
Yeah, and it's like color at points, and it's different, and like
him, like again, like with the arms, like it just looks cool.
The arms are so cool.
Yeah,
I love the arms. So yeah, this is another. Both the manga this week were fast as all get out, but this one was like real. This one felt like it was like I blinked and it was over.
Mm-hmm. Let's move on to the next one,
Woo!
Which we'll have a lot to say about.
Yeah,
Kagurabachi, chapter 75.
Talk about something going by so fast. This was an awesome episode, and of course, the Mojito character kid has a sword that messes with people's perceptions.
First off, when thank God you put images up.
Yes.
Blind swordsman.
Yes.
Comes in and cuts his head off. Where you're like,
well,
and in this
barely an inconvenience.
But in this manga, like, did you not believe it?
I believe. Oh yeah,
100%.
I believe that his friend was dead. I had a thought that I don't know. I had a feeling that the main kid wasn't.
Yeah, that's true. But this manga, people die willy nilly.
No, like crazy.
So
yeah,
I was like,
I really thought the kid's friend was dead. Hard.
That was super cool. Yeah. I was just like, I can't wait to see that get animated because that's gonna get animated. Yeah, awesome.
That'd be great. But yeah, of course he has one of the most annoying abilities of a sword, though.
Absolutely.
In anime. Anything that messes with your perception or your soul or anything like that, just like, Dad, you're so annoying. You're so annoying. Just have a sword that's brute force. Do that. Come on. But no, they gotta have one that's like
cool image though.
Yeah, that was really
of like the masked demon women
dumping sake
or something into that was really cool.
And when he melted away after Sumeru gave up that it was his daughter.
Yeah, Sumeru, look at you go.
Yeah, well I've googled it so many times now.
Nice.
Yeah. When he gave up that it was his daughter, it's like, ooh, daughter or father. Yeah, interesting. It's like, no,
that guy sucks.
Now he has a weakness. They know the weakness.
I do love the scene where he's like, there's like, I'm weak because I use a sword or whatever, and his friend's like, little whatever, and they're like, he's like, and then Shiro just comes around the corner, and she's like, I'm fucking here, bitch. Yeah, I was like,
oh, let's go.
I was like, he is such a cool main character.
He is, yeah, he is. And he's got that drip too. Oh, it's so cool. When he had
once again, a trench coat would be super lame if he was super lame.
Yeah, but he's not super lame.
But he's not super lame, so it's so fucking cool.
When he had the fish destroy all the One, he had the fish reinforce. He's using the sword like crazy, and
none
of it has to do with any of his sword learning skills. He's just using the power of the fish. When he used it to reinforce his inner ear, so he couldn't get all drunk and shit.
So
I was
awesome.
Like, whoa! And then he had to destroy the feathers too, because
yes,
that's his power. He can teleport.
He can teleport through the feathers.
Yeah, which is a broken ass ability.
Yeah,
this sword's nuts.
It's one of those funny things that like we've talked about where it's like the sword seemed like they were just like, oh, these swords are pretty cool, and then all of a sudden they were just like they can just do whatever
the hell you feel like.
Yeah,
whatever the hell you feel.
But I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too. I'm really fine with that too.
I
hate Matteo's kids' swords so much.
Matteo, look at you go.
Mahito, that's not his name.
Oh, dang it.
Mahito. I don't know. It's Hino or Hiko or something like that. I had to look it up for the podcast when I was editing. There'll be another correction under this one like I did last time. I really should write these names down. But
yeah, this is really on you guys, honestly, because if you guys watch the podcast more, we would have these names written down and do much more preparation.
For sure, yeah.
So it's really on you guys to be telling everyone to watch it more and stuff like that.
Let your
subscribe and like.
But you asked about Zoro's swords. It's Enma, Ichiwada, Mongo, and
Wado.
No, that was the Wado Ichi.
Oh yeah. The reason I was thinking Enma for a second because I was like N10. I was for a second. I was like, wait, was Zoro's sword named Enma?
No, it's Enma.
And then your one that you hate that is gone. Shisui.
Whatever the third one's called. That's like his.
I have to list up right here.
The one that he got from the one that he's had since East Blue that he got.
We got Enma, Shisui. We got Yuba Shirihiri.
Let me see this. Yuba Shihiri.
Yeah, I was close.
Yeah, okay.
Close I was.
Ichiwadi
Sandai Kaitsu. Sandai.
Okay, that is... Okay, so I think that's the cursed one. I think he still has that.
Yeah, because he put his arm out for that one.
Yeah, that's the cursed one he still has. Yubashiri, I think, is destroyed. And then what's the next one right there?
Oh, no, you're going the wrong way.
Oh.
It's Wado, which you said.
Yeah, Wado Ichimongo.
No, that's all of them.
That's all of them?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. But Wado Ichimongo is the one I think he got from like his friend or whatever, back from his home island.
I always just love her falling down the stairs versus Robin falling down the stairs.
I know. So wildest.
But Kagurabachi, it's
crazy.
Just, love the how Chiro there is like, well, you gotta protect your daughter, so
yeah, no excuses, bitch, and get to it. You're on my side right now.
And then he immediately just cut off the heads off all those guys.
It was so good. I do really this storyline with Sumeru and his daughter is gonna be fantastic because she's like, don't you even love me, Dad? Like, look at me. Well, I got no eyes, but whatever.
Yeah, that's true. But she's gonna break him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he was pissed at the ninja who he totally betrayed for thinking. Yeah, it's like, dude, you got nothing. You betrayed everybody. You don't get to act offended when you think they did something wrong. Yeah. Like like they can do whatever they want, dude.
Yeah, I'm always like, who broke the seal? Why'd you break the seal? He's like, she did. We didn't. He's like, well, do it again. He's like, that's not how it works.
Yeah, we don't work for you anymore, dude. You fired us.
So guys are still alive.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, but also no, because it's only one more panel. I mean, one more manga chapter. I'm sure this arc has another 5 chapters in it at least.
This manga is fantastic because it's like not only that is going on, it was like, oh my god, this is so epic and awesome. Then the sorcerers are just like, oh, we're above where the worst sword is.
Shinichi. You're gonna make me fuck it up now too. I had it. It's like the Shinichi
sword. They're like, oh, we're right above it right now.
Yeah.
Which like. The government is just inefficient at everything it does.
In every aspect, in every form, even with magic, they suck.
How do you not have the direct above ground area? There's clearly nothing. There might be rooms in between there or whatnot. But the above ground area, how do you not have anyone?
Why is there not a building just on
guys?
Top
there is some sorcerers out here. Like there's not like one like binoculars, dude.
Especially when you know this guy's ability, the root thing. Like it's been reported. It's been seen. It's been seen him destroying stone. Like they're so bad at their job, and they think they should be in charge.
I know, and I bet it's not even that far down.
Probably not. Yeah, watch is barely an inconvenience. It's actually just like 20 feet down, one little quick concrete slap job, slap and dash job.
When he did that, I was like, you guys are so dumb. I was like, you're so incompetent.
Yeah,
like you are so incompetent, and like you were the ones. I mean, there was a few people defending Jiro, but some of them were just like, this kid sucks. And I was like, you suck.
You suck.
If you didn't have the girl with the flame bone.
Yeah. Who you're restraining anyways.
You don't like.
Yeah, who you don't use properly. Because you're also scared of every little power you don't control.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. That seal is going to be absolutely worthless now.
Oh, I know.
I knew it was going to be anyways, but like still.
Yeah, but I didn't see this. It's just one of
it's really fast.
I know, I love it.
Yeah,
like they add such high intensity because like I was just like, it's already intense.
Yeah.
That there's a great panel where Shiru is like clash of swords with Mahito Kid.
Yeah, that was good.
And
great. I can remember that one.
And then it's like, oh, the panels in this are great. Yeah. But I'm like, oh my God, this is so intense right now. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to live. The daughter could die.
Yeah.
Let's not count that out.
Yeah, she could die. It's very violent. And there's no one saving this.
And if she does, whoever kills her, I don't want Chiro to cut their head off. I want them to be put in the whatever museum thing that his buddy has.
The void.
The void thing.
It's called
the void thing. Yes, so that he can come around every once in a while and be like, "Hey," and stab him a little bit. Because how dare you take our ship away?
I know. That ship's so hard.
Exactly.
It's like, ship on the 7 seas. Like it's fantastic.
But great. It was a great chapter.
Yeah, I had a blast reading it. Now we're doing One Piece. Yes.
Yes. This is a special, has nothing to do with the manga, like, because there was no new chapter.
Yes.
But it needs to be talked about, and it's Toei's hatred of Sanji.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. The internet's caught on to it too, which is really cool. I've been seeing like people actually making reels about it. Good. It's like they hate Sanji.
I know.
Like a lot.
Aggressively.
And it's like, it was one thing when Egghead first started all the way back when I was a young boy. And
definitely a lot younger.
Like 6 months ago. Yeah, I had a different life then.
It was like a year ago almost, actually.
Yeah, probably more than that.
Because this is core 2 of Egghead.
Yeah, but when Sanji got chucked against the wall by S Shark, that was probably only like 7 months ago.
7 months ago, that was 6 months ago was the anime ended. The core one ended.
Yeah, and then a month before.
How many episodes was Egghead? Kitty-yatsume.
I don't know. But anyways, while you
go on with your resign,
back when S Shark threw Sanji against the wall in that very, very intensely animated throw for some reason, that's not in the manga, and that's where like everyone was like, "Oh man, Toei doing him dirty here, blah blah," or making him act like a dog, which also wasn't in the manga, which is really weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it actually, I thought that's where it started, but it actually goes back farther than that. It goes back to Wano. When the big scene with Marco finally being like, pretty much Marco handing off the torch to the next generation. It's like the stars are here now, and or in the anime he says the star is here, and it's Zoro that jumps over, and Sanji like comes in behind him. Great scene and all that stuff. But in the manga, I didn't know this. Marco says the stars are here, and then it's both of them show up at the same time, and it's like, why'd you cut one? Why is it all
so
like,
weird?
I keep seeing all this stuff where it's like the director of this or whatever, whoever working on Egghead or Wano was like, I really like Zoro. Zoro's really cool. I like Zoro. It's like, that's great, but that doesn't mean you gotta hate Sanji.
They're doing the Hermione Granger.
Yeah, I think that might be what's happening.
From Harry Potter, which still to this day, side note, I'm just gonna say the guy who wrote, if you don't know this from Harry Potter, Hermione Granger is not as badass as she is in she's badass. But they literally make Ron lamer and have her steal Ron's lines.
Yeah,
in the movies,
big moments.
Yeah,
too.
Big moments, like when they call out what's his name? The stupid mouse rat guy.
Peter Pettigrew.
Yeah, that's actually Ron who does it, but they gave it to Hermione instead.
I don't know why. It's very weird.
Because the writer of one of the big writers of the Harry Potter movies really liked Hermione. And you can see this in interviews. He really says, he's like, oh, I really like the character Hermione. To the point where it's like, maybe check on that guy.
Yeah.
Maybe check on his computer.
Yeah.
Because really liking that character that much is really weird. But anyway.
That's a child, sir.
Yeah, it's a child, sir. But even if you like Zoro a lot, but if you like Zoro, you would like Sanji.
I don't know.
Because they're like a pair.
Yeah, but maybe he thinks that like any screen time Sanji gets,
Zoro should get
more of it. But what's blowing my mind is they're making Sanji look not even just like cutting him out of stuff like the big pancake debate or pancake debacle.
It is a bad that he's not in that scene.
Yeah, but like the fact they're making him like they're giving him weird faces that he doesn't have.
Ugly faces.
They're making him like freak out when he didn't freak out in the manga to make him look weaker. Like it's really weird. There's multiple scenes now and panels that people compare. I saw like not even counting the Marco one. There's like at least 5 I think where they like just changed it to the point where I'm just like, what's the point of changing this?
Yeah, did like his voice actor sleep with the guy's wife or something?
Maybe something like that. Yeah,
because like it's gonna be very interesting, and I want everyone to like put a pin in this and pay attention because we've talked about it on the podcast before. Sanji has really great scenes in Egghead. He literally kicks one of Kizaru's laser beams out of the way.
Yeah, I think he does. He also kicks the Gorosei right in the face.
He literally comes in clutch multiple times in this arc. Like, he doesn't do a lot in this arc, but every time he shows up, he's like, I'm here to fucking do some awesome shit. And I'm really interested to see if, like, they just, like, what if they do that? What if they make the Rob Lucci Zoro fight bigger? You can't cut those scenes from Sanji, though. They're, like, big scenes.
They're too important. Like, it's too weird to do it.
And if they do, then it's like, if they do, it's going to make me worry because it's like, why would it? Because, like, clearly Oda doesn't. How is Oda okay with this?
Yeah.
Because, like, it's people are like, well, he changed his opinion on Sanji over the years. It's like, okay, well, like, these things are recent.
But, like, now, and like, that to that point, too, it's like, they're changing Oda's words in writing. Like, and there's no artist out there that's okay with that.
Yeah.
And, like, another big problem with that, too, is that, like, it starts to, like, slowly erode, like, the integrity of the story. Because back when S-Shark chucked Sanji against the wall, like, a couple weeks later, it was Sanji just taking the friggin' full-on brunt of the punch from S-Shark and it doing nothing. Remember that big scene where he saves Nami and stuff?
Oh, yeah, that was awesome.
So that it doesn't make that scene where he got absolutely just knocked away by S-Shark make any sense, you know? And then even in the new episode of One Piece that just came out, so the episode before that was the one where Sanji was like freaking out about things happening when he shouldn't have.
Never would.
And then this one, he bubbles Giraffe Boy because he steps up and gets ready to go.
Did we look at if that was like? We're saying that was a good move.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I have to go. Double check if that's actually in the manga or not. But like those two scenes don't make a lot of sense because one's a high stake situation that he's or actually no, a low stake situation that he's freaking over, and the one's a high stake where he acts cool, calm, and collected.
When has Sanji ever freaked out about a battle situation?
Yeah, that's what people are talking about online right now. It's like this doesn't make any sense that this is happening.
If a bunch of drag queens are chasing him, he freaks out.
Yeah,
but like, when has he ever freaked out about a battle situation?
No, he's like,
can you remember?
No, I really can't. He was like about ready to face down Kuma with Zoro all the way back in Thriller Bark until Zoro knocked him out. Like, he's a ride or die as well. So it's very confusing why this is happening.
Yeah, and like Sanji, which they did well in the anime, he has a dramatic, lovely backstory, and it's super sad. So it's like he's too established to like, and it seems like kind of recent. You're right. Ever since like Wano, like they're kind of really crapping on.
Like they started like slowly in Wano, and they worked it all the way through.
And it's weird because like usually if this was like a thing, I'd be like, this is DEI higher nonsense.
Yeah, but
like West Japan. Because there's definitely, once again, One Piece I love so much because it's like an untouched, it's like Teflon.
Yeah.
You can't. And like, I know for a fact that as it gets bigger in the West, he's going to be so hated.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's going to be so hated because he's he's an actual womanizer.
Yeah.
He actually just looks at women as objects.
Yes.
And it's hilarious.
It's great.
Sanji is awesome.
Yes.
Him and Pudding are going to make a great married couple.
It's going to be so nice.
What's going on with Pudding?
What's going on with Pudding? Who knows?
But yeah, it's just, we needed to talk about it on the podcast because like I mentioned in the anime episode, but Sanji is solidified as our number 4 Straw Hat.
Yep.
I think forever.
Yeah. I don't know who would ever come in other than Roger himself coming back from the grave. I don't really know who would step up above Sanji.
Nobody.
Like Sanji's been there for so long and he's fantastic. He's
like you always say, it's a right hand, left hand of the pirate.
Exactly, yeah. And you can't like with whatever. It's I want to talk about this in the anime podcast. It's like very funny to see like the sort of juxtaposition of like obviously Luffy's an idiot and Roger was more collected than Luffy, but is still an idiot. But his two right and left hands were like Scopper Gavin and Silver's Rayleigh, and they were both like the level-headed bunch.
That's
and
true.
That's sort of almost the same thing in going on right now. It's like Luffy is a loose cannon, and Zoro has to yell it sometimes, and Sanji's always trying to keep in check too.
That's true. And also the thing is like Zoro is dumb, but he's not like insane.
No, yeah,
like Zoro's down to fight, always a big hard thing, but if it's gonna cause like look at his like recent thing with like Loki. Where he's just like, Luffy, well, what are we doing?
Like, chill out, man.
Yeah, maybe
like, you're going to kill him.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's a good point. Scopper and Silvers were like that.
The anchors.
Yes.
To the stupidity of the
Pirate
Kings.
Over adventurousness.
Yeah, that's what we're calling it. As we're calling it. Okay, sure.
But yeah, and doing Sanji bad is just... I'm glad it's being brought up.
Yeah,
I'm glad everyone's pointing it out because like we didn't think it really was much of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like defending those scenes back a while ago on the podcast. Well, like, it didn't really like I was like it didn't really matter. It's over. But then now that they're snipping too hard, you know.
Well, it's one of those classic things we talk about where it's like if like the one thing if there's like a we'll use it like the Wind of Truth example like of like him using modern language. Mm-hmm. It's like if he just uses modern language and the book is amazing, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But if he uses modern language and the book is bad, then it is really, really bad. So it's like S-Shark throwing Sanji is objectively funny, but now that we're seeing like them downgrading Sanji, you're like, oh, this is a downgrading scene to Sanji, so it's not funny.
It's not okay.
Yeah. If it was just a funny scene that just Sanji, just got knocked for a second, and like everything, they kept everything else even keel, whatever.
Yeah.
But now we can see now we actually see the whole magnitude of it.
Yeah, I agree, and it's not good.
Because I even defended that he was, and I'll take this back. I was just enjoying One Piece just so much that we got to see that epic panel of all of them over York. But now that I look at it, it's like him not being in that is criminal.
Yeah, I really do agree with that.
I can't believe Oda let that happen.
Yeah, it's so weird. I don't under. Yeah, it's mind-boggling to me. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what Toei's doing.
There's got to be someone who just hates him.
Yeah, apparently the director just like.
Where did you see this thing that like he's like Zoro more?
It was a post that like there was some interview. I think Oda was talking about it, and he talked about the director or something like that.
That's not so bad though.
Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just be like, well, I like this character more, so I'm going to make them shine more. It's like, how about you just do what the manga's doing?
Yeah, and that's totally fine. The manga makes them shine the right amount,
the perfect amount.
Yes, because the artist and creator did
it. Yeah. Yeah, but beyond that, there was nothing else with One Piece. But we just want to voice our concerns about the Sanji thing because we are Alex, who's Sanji is his second favorite Straw Hat.
That's wild.
Yeah, and incorrect.
Yes,
but he's pissed.
Yeah,
he's like, why do they keep doing my boy dirty? And I'm like, I don't know.
No, it doesn't make any sense. That Sanji's a ride or die.
I think it's gonna. I think those episodes are gonna be really big for us. Like we're gonna have a little extra talk about when those episodes come out.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see that. Yeah.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.